welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Monday, December 5th, 2016, and we are excited to have Sløtface in the studio with us today. Whenever you guys are ready, you can jump into your first song. This is Audiotree Live, and we're excited to have Sløtface in the studio with us today. Welcome to Chicago, you guys. You got here right in time for the snow.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we got stuck in the snow as well.
I heard you got a flat tire yesterday too. I'm so sorry.
It didn't get like we knew it was going to get flat, but it didn't. We managed to fix the problem.
It was like almost flat. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for that warm welcome to America. Is this, they're here from Norway, you guys, so they definitely traveled quite a ways to get here. Is this your first time for the majority of you touring in America?
This is the first time for everyone who was touring in the US, yeah.
That's awesome. Cool, I know it just started. So you guys came to Brooklyn first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really special. That was something really, really special for us to play like our first gig in the US. For a band from Europe or from a band from Norway, you kind of think of US like that's where you go when you want to like.
That's like where you tour.
Yeah.
When you go like.
Yeah, we were talking about how like all of the images you have of being a rock band on tour in your head are of American highways usually. So it's like it feels very like typical.
That's interesting. Do you think that's because of like just because of the media and what you see in movies growing up?
Yeah, like in movies growing up, and that's been the story of this tour. Is like everywhere we go, one of us is like, "Oh, this is where this movie happened," and like Lasse today was like, "Oh yeah, there's that Tony Hawk game that's in Chicago. I recognize all this."
That's awesome. Cool. That's such a surreal experience for you guys. Yes. Which city are you like most looking forward to playing in?
LA maybe?
Chicago.
Hey, yeah, there
Chicago's
you go.
gonna be good.
The right answer. It's all been really cool. Like when we played DC on Friday night, we like walked around at midnight and saw the Capitol and the Lincoln Memorial and stuff, which was like all by ourselves in the dark, which was a really surreal experience. So it's all been fun, and
That's really cool. Have a blast, you guys. Definitely make the most of it. We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
And also, you're coming back next year to play South by Southwest?
Yeah, we'll be back in March. So, yeah, if you don't get a chance on this trip to come check us out, come see us then.
Yeah, definitely go check them out. That's going to be fun. Are you guys playing multiple shows down there?
We don't have the schedules yet. We're kind of like
Yeah,
very focused on this right now.
totally.
We're torn between playing 25 shows in 7 days, or 7 shows in 7 days, or 3 shows in 7 days. We got 3 options.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot to take in. 25 shows in 7 days might be a lot, so I hope
Might be a little much.
you know that's not the
Yeah.
case. But yeah,
Maybe it's not even possible.
you could break a record. You never know. Anything's possible. Cool. Well, we'd love to hear more music from you guys whenever you're ready.
I was thinking about it before. Dreams of working in a rundown record store for more blank face between my Netflix queue.
This is Audiotree Live, and we're honored to have Sløtface in the studio with us today. That last song is called Bright Lights, and that music video really hit home for me because it's shot entirely from the perspective of a woman walking home, like at night by herself, and how scary that can be. How we don't even think about, how aware we are of our surroundings as women, walking home alone at any time of the day, basically, and how, we need to stay safe. And a lot of your videos have really unique concepts like that. Can you talk a little bit about what motivates your music videos and
Well, we really try to make music videos that are kind of about something most of the time to make them kind of like a documentary. So Lasse usually edits our videos, and then we come up with the concepts and stuff like that ourselves. But then Take Me Dancing, the first song we played, Torana edited the video of that, and it has Halvar starring in it.
It usually is at least with Bright Lights, we talk about certain subjects, and then we kind of think about, that would be a good idea to make a music video out of that. Yeah.
And it's so easy to make a music video.
So,
now,
right.
you can do you have $100 and a camera.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this big expensive production to still mean something and to be about this for us, everyday sexual harassment, and the fact that women just have to be more aware seems really unfair to us. So we thought a music video would be a cool way of showcasing that.
Yeah, absolutely is. And I think the fact that you're pop rock, a lot of your music is so catchy, but it has, your words have meaning, and you're trying to spread really important messages. I mean, do you think that you making catchier songs and stuff that people will, remember in their head and stuff, do you think that's going to be a more effective way of getting your message across to audiences?
Yeah, well, that's kind of our project is to make, because we love punk, but we're not really a punk band.
Right.
Because our songs are way too poppy to be punk. But we really like the idea of always having a statement behind a song, like a lot of punk music obviously does. But to be actually able to understand the lyrics and pick them out and hear them is also important to us.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we think of it as a little bit of a Trojan horse. You'll get a song stuck in your head, and then suddenly we've converted you to feminism.
There it is. That's all it takes. Now, your pro-feminist messages we were talking about how unique it is that while you're a female-fronted band, you're not an all-female band. And it's really unique to see a female-fronted band with, 3 guys, obviously, talking about those issues and spreading that kind of message. How did you guys form, initially, and decide that that's what you wanted to talk about?
Well, about what you're saying about us 3 guys being in a feminist band, so many times people are just assuming we're an all-girl band, and because we're a feminist band, and it's so weird that people are thinking that feminist is just for women, because it's as much about for male to express however they want to do as for women.
Yeah, and it's so weird how most men many people just distance themselves from that term. Because it's feminist, girly. I don't know. They have
I think of the traditional movement has always been women trying to get the same civil rights as men. Of course, that's obviously important. But for the initial feminist goal is for everyone to be equal, to everyone to be
live in harmony.
Yeah, and regardless of how you identify yourself and what gender you identify with, you should be able to have free choice and not have your personality determined by your gender, we think. So that's obviously applies to all people everywhere.
Absolutely. And the point is to get that across to men as well. If it was exclusively just a female group, nothing would change, know? So it's really important that you guys, that you understand that, and you're able to spread that message across through your music. It's amazing.
I think feminism can really help out all those protein shake guys. If they just give that a serious thought, then maybe they can find their real identity, which is hidden somewhere under all those muscles. I'm not a big guy myself.
It's okay if your real identity is a protein shake. We don't judge.
That was a judgmental statement.
Maybe I need to work out.
Well, I don't know. Between all the touring, if you have time, man. That's true. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. No judgment to the men or women who consume protein shakes. But
no. Do what you want. That's the whole point. But
Absolutely, yeah. Just be yourself and own it and own your identity. And gender is it's possibly restrictive. So I think that's really awesome what you're all about. We'd love to hear more music. If you guys want to jump into your next track.
Yeah.
Cool. is Audiotree Live, and we've got Sløtface in the studio with us today. Their EP, Empire Records, is available now online, so definitely go check that out. And Chicagoans, if you're in town, they're playing Schubas tonight, so check out the show. It's going to be a really good one. But we're liking the music, you guys. Take it away if you've got another song.
We definitely do.
This is Sponge State.
This is Audiotree Live, and we've got Sløtface in the studio with us today. Can you guys talk a little bit about how you've outsmarted the media with the changing of the spelling of your name and how it was originally spelled Sløtface, yeah? Like S-L-U-T?
Yeah, like the American spelling of the word slut.
Right.
Yeah, so it's now spelled with an which is an O with a line through it. And we, like, when we had the U in there, we kept experiencing, like, it being picked up by Facebook's algorithms and stuff, and like censoring us from like advertising for any shows, and festivals couldn't put us on their posters because it would get like picked up and removed. So we decided to change it to an which is like the Norwegian spelling of the same word, kind of. And it's pronounced the same way.
Pronounced the same. It's
like
really
we haven't really changed the name. We have just changed one letter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really funny. Like British people and American people are like, "Is it Sløtface or is it Sløtface?" And I'm like, What? Slot,
Which is it?
and they're trying Sløtface or it's yeah.
Right.
But it sounds the same, and it's really fun to listen to the radio, even though the radio presenter think it's Sløtface. I just hear Sløtface anyways.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely interesting. We try to refrain from like asking about like, how did you come up with your name or what's the meaning? But you guys have definitely experienced some like actual difficulties with it. And it's really good that you haven't had to change it completely because, you know, a lot of artists out there have experienced the same thing and had to, you know, go a totally different direction.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we considered that a little bit because we were a little bit worried about people getting confused, but I think we kind of like the ambiguity of it, that like people say it in different ways and aren't really sure how it's spelled and what it actually means. So, and for us, like the name is really connected to the feminist message of things. So, like you would imagine that we'd get sick of people asking us like, why are you called Sløtface? That's a really like interesting name. But we actually really kind of chose the name so people would ask about it because that gives us a really good platform to talk about things that we think are important. So yeah, it works for us.
Absolutely. It is so closely connected to your, you know, pro-feminist message. So it would be a real shame, you know, if you couldn't talk about that, you know, in your music and whatnot. But do people ever ask like, oh, well, slut, you know, like it has such a negative connotation tied to it. Do people ever ask about that? Like, oh, you know, but a lot of people, like when they refer to a woman as such or, you know, anybody for that instance, it's usually a bad thing.
Yeah, it has happened that we'd be called like misogynistic. but
Yeah,
that's
and-
like one time.
That like one time somebody obviously had never listened to any of the
a
lyrics in
tweet or
any
something.
form because
Oh,
they were
really?
like, oh yeah, you're a misogynist band, we can't have you guys on our tour because people like we're pro women and we're like, yeah, so are
And
we.
Right.
people always
Listen to the
think we're in a
music.
metal band as well. That's like another side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I could see that a little bit. Just, I don't know. It's just got kind of a harder, you know,
But yeah, that's
tone to it.
that's also like a thing that we think is fun is that the name is a lot harder than we actually are as a band because
Don't say that.
like yeah, it's we just like
we're
messing with
hard.
people's heads.
The label was kind of like they were thinking that people would think we were a metal band, right?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a real concern at some point.
But it's like the classic thing of like taking a derogatory term and owning it and putting like your own connotations onto it, which is like a really good resistance move, which we're a fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Riot Girl and stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. It's definitely empowering, you know, in itself. And you haven't experienced any problems since you've changed. That's so funny because even though it's the same word in Norwegian or, you know, in Nordic language, they haven't like given you any problems on Facebook or anything like that.
It's just censorship. It's just like
Yeah.
Facebook being lazy, Twitter being lazy, Instagram
so
being
weird
lazy.
though, that, like,
they don't have
just-
people actually watching that stuff. It's just like algorithms.
Yeah.
It's
So
so weird that
we
the
tried
words-
to complain like 50 times, like please let us promote our shows.
We promise it's not porn. It's a band.
But it's so
not-
weird that the
yeah.
word slut has such such a negative meaning still. Like we
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably because of bullying, you know, cyberbullying and things like that, I'm sure. I mean, but, you know, with your message, you should keep doing what you're doing, you know, because that in turn, you know, if you reach out to the right people, your message is going to spread in a way that will make that, you know, that word like not as negative or
Yeah.
not used in a negative way. So, well, good. I'm glad you didn't have to change your name.
Totally.
We'd love to hear. You've got one last song. Take it away whenever you're ready.
We do. This is Shave My Head. I could shave my head for you and make sure you see me do it. Throw dishes at your head, 'cause it's what you were expecting. Have you pick my bloody hair up
find a walk alone. I don't need you there to walk me home. My hands are fakes with house keys in my phone. 'Cause I'd rather put together my IKEA chairs with glasses of red wine, two-wheel explaining their design. I'd never shave my head for you. 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 I'd never shave my head for you.
This is Audiotree Live, and we'd love to thank Sløtface for being here in the studio with us today, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Good luck on your long drive tomorrow. They're headed 24 hours to Seattle late tonight after their show.
30 hours.
No. Is it going to be like 30 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, well, take turns sleeping if you can.
We will.
Go to their show at Shoebiz tonight, you guys. They're playing there, so Chicagoans, definitely check it out. And we'd love to thank all the viewers for tuning in today, as well as our crew for working their magic, as always. Until next time.